Hey everybody, welcome back to my Recipe Basics YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to make a really fun, easy, authentic pizza dough. I have 2 cups of flour, or 300 grams. I am using pizza flour, but you can use all-purpose flour as well. 3/4 of a cup of room temperature water, and that is 195 grams. 1 teaspoon of salt, 5 grams. 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast, 1 gram. So those are the ingredients. Let's get started. Into my mixing bowl, we'll get in all of our flour, our instant yeast. Let's give that a little bit of a stir. Let's hide all that yeast in the flour. That's good. And then our salt. Another fast stir. And then all of our water. And that is it for the recipe. For optional ingredients, you can add a tiny bit of sugar, and you can also add a little bit of olive oil if you wish. In today's recipe, I'm not doing that. So let's get this on the mixer and start mixing. So I've got my bowl ready to go, and for today's recipe, we are using the dough hook. So I'll get the mixer down, we'll get it going. Speed number 2, and I'm going to let this go for 14 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 14 minutes. Hey everybody, my 14-minute timer just went off, but I just want to let you see a little bit of the action of the mixer. The dough looks really good. So I'm going to turn it off. This, by the way, is a new mixer by Craftsman, and if you want more information about it, I have an unboxing underneath the video in the description box. There's a link that will take you to that video. So let's lift that up. That dough looks really nice. So I'm going to remove it from the bowl, and then I'll be back. Let's get this out of our bowl. There, that's good. You can see how easily that came out with the little scraper. What I like to do is just weigh out the dough. So I'm just going to get a little water down on my scale. That just helps the dough not stick. I'm going to turn it on. Make sure we're at 0. This is a nice dough. We'll get that on there and just get a reading. 500 grams exactly. Let's get it off here. That's nice. So for this recipe, since it is at 500 grams or just a little bit over 1 pound, you could cut this in half and make 2 small pizzas with it. But in today's recipe, I am just doing a full-size larger pizza. So I'm going to turn it over. And this is the fun part. So I've got a little bowl here that I have sprayed with olive oil. Now we're just going to form the dough ball. So I like to just give it a little bit of a push and then bring it in on itself. And if it is sticking, you can add a little bit of flour. Well, that's okay, just like that. And then I'm going to flip it over. And now here's where the magic begins. You get your hands, you go in and you turn. So as you're going in and you're pressing inward, you're also moving this way. So you're doing this motion. So you're going in, push, push, push against the dough, and what that's doing is pulling everything down towards the bottom. And just with a few motions like this, you can see how nice that dough ball has become. Look at that. Really nice. And that's perfect, just like that. If you want to be fancy, you can just give it a little bit of a roll. You can impress your friends doing that if you want. And then right into an oiled bowl. I'm going to spray that now with a little bit of oil on the top just to keep it moist, and then I'll be back. So there's my dough. Just sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil spray. If you don't have oil spray, just add a little bit of oil. You can just rub it on with your fingers or a little silicone brush. And then our last step, a little bit of plastic wrap just to keep the air out and keep that dough ball nice and moist. And that is it for the recipe. You have just successfully made authentic pizza dough, and that's how easy it is. Nothing magic about it. If you want to use the dough today, You'll be able to use it in about an hour and a half to 2 hours from the time that you made it. The other option you can do, like I usually do, is I'll take this dough, I leave it on my counter here for 30 minutes, I'll put a timer on, 30 minutes, and then I put it into my fridge until tomorrow. And then tomorrow, around 4 to 5 hours before I want to use the pizza dough, I'll just bring it out and let it slowly come up to room temperature, and then it's ready to go. In your standard kitchen oven, you're talking about 8 to 10 minutes at 550 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's about 288 degrees Celsius. And to end off the video, I'll take a few photos with the baked pizza from this dough. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. And if you're on Facebook, you can check me out over there at Bake Like a Pro. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.